Hey everybody, this is the man from Brooklyn. I'm back. I hope everybody had a blessed week. I was, at work, and two of the police officers came up to me and said, "What do you think about that shooting they had over there in Louisiana? Uh, with the police officers had a no-knock warrant and went into this house, and it was the wrong apartment, and ended up killing the EMT." Well, from what I understand and what I've been seeing and heard from the news and stuff, it was a botched up warrant and somebody didn't do their homework. Well, from what you hear on the news, this thing happened, correction, on March the 13th. I'm wondering why it took them so long, and they even bring it out to the media, and a lot of law enforcement officers stated it was buried, swept under the rug, and I can't deny that. But anyway, this has become a big issue now. One, we sat down and talked about, why they ended up doing the double three searches to find out why they didn't. In other words, why they didn't do the checks and balances with this warrant, and one person ended up getting killed, and then the boyfriend, he responded and returned fire because he thought somebody was breaking in the apartment, and things happen. You see somebody pushing your door and breaking in the apartment. Then Mr. Walker stated that there was no announcement at the time the police officers were going to the apartment. So fire exchanged, and unfortunately, Miss Taylor got killed. Well, they asked me, "Do you think what the outcome of this is going to be?" Well, from what I understand, one of the officers was fired, and they're still under investigation. And really, they don't know what to do. They made a mistake. From my experience watching this, most of the time, they end up with a settlement. The barrier to make it go away. They knew they messed up. The cops knew they messed up, and things are going to happen. People make mistakes. That's why they're human and they make errors. No, it's not right. Unfortunately, someone lost their life, and that can never be replaced. What do you get by incarcerating the officers? Nothing really. They go to jail. The parents try to sue them, and they're going to file bankruptcy anyway. I'm just going to tell you how the court system works. They're going to find bankruptcy and hardship. Nobody's not going to get nothing. Most likely, if they had anything in their name, they probably wouldn't took it out their name already and put it in somebody else's name. So if the loved ones sue anybody, they won't get anything. That's the way most of the court cases turn out. And you got one discharge. If they decide to ban them from being law enforcement officers, it would make no difference. They go get a job somewhere else. People make human error, but this error shouldn't have happened. And you law enforcement officers got to understand that we don't have room to make these kind of mistakes, because once you make these mistakes, you can't go back and recant them. For instance, let me get the year right. In the 90s, when I was working down in the sheriff department in Atlanta, we had an officer named Richard Kitchen. They picked up a warrant. Came out of, I believe it came out, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it came out of Cobb County, Georgia. And I just was working in another department at that time. I was working for Hiram, Georgia, and that was just a part-time gig. And they had a botched up warrant themselves. Well, as they went to serve this warrant, they didn't know the guy was a member of the Black Panthers. I forgot the fellow's name. And they went serving the warrant like they do. Two other deputies knocking on the door. And just so happened the guy just took a rifle and discharged it through the door, hitting Officer Richard Kitchen. You can look it up yourself. And as he was pleading for his life, he shot and killed him again and shot the other guy. The other officer, deputy. And because people make mistakes with the warrant, they made a mistake and gave him some other kind of warrant where they should have had other officers involved, and they didn't know he was a member of the gang back during that day in the mid-60s of the Black Panthers. That's an example, let you know mistakes happen. So, the outcome of this is going to probably be a settlement behind closed doors, and it's going to disappear. Some things can't be fixed. All the money in the world can't replace your loved one. That's the message I would have to leave about this case, because 99% of the time, that's where it's going to end up. The two other officers may be incarcerated. They may bring up federal charges. Not. If they make a settlement, it's just going to go away. And that's from my experience working, in the court system and watching things, how they end up and played out. That's the message I'm leaving with you with this. Yes, this is going to cause hardship to the family, stress issues. They may have to get counseling. You get upset, and then that's it. And then it's going to come up off and on, through the course of the years. But that's most likely going to be the outcome. So that's my message for the day. Please don't forget to subscribe on the right-hand side of YouTube. And I'm backed up on some t-shirts, so if you want a t-shirt, just give me a minute. I'm still planning to mail some more out. And you have a blessed day. This is the man from Brooklyn. Thank you very much.